Where are we off to, Joel?
We are going to do some brake testing on this this big truck. See how she goes. Alright, sweet. So 5.26 tonne we're weighing in at the moment, and honestly, like, you can't even really tell it's in it. Like, these things just do it so easily, and that's on 40s and 9-inch. So see how it goes when we get out there. We just pulled up at Willowbank, so we're going to do some brake testing on the 9-inch and 40s today. Make sure everything is all legit, and this thing can stop with big 40s on it. So this is loaded at the moment. That's sitting at 5.2 tonne. So it's going to be around that factory GVM 5148 on 40s. So yeah, we're going to see how it goes. I'm sure it'll be fine. If they pass with, like, you know, 6.5 tonne on 37s, then I can't see why it's going to even have any dramas on 40s with 5.2. So anyway, stand by and we'll see how we go, eh?
That means we're legal on 40s and legal at 9 inches?
Yeah, we're going to be. So we got a bit of other stuff to do with, like, we still got to do our reflectors and lights and stuff like that. So once we've got our sort of data and everything from the wheels and tyres and all our heights and stuff and where we're sitting where we're finished, then we'll figure out where all our lights, indicators, reflectors, anything else may need to be from there. So yeah, it's all a massive process, and that's some of the behind the scenes stuff that no one really gets to see, as what goes into building a truck and engineering. It's not just like put the suspension in and like chuck plate on and go. There's a heap more behind the scenes to make sure that it actually does work, and it costs a fortune. That's the other part.
So do you know the process? What were you actually doing?
Basically, we're going to do a run loaded and basically see how the brakes perform, and then we've got to do a brake failure test. So we're going to have to disconnect the back brakes and just be on front brakes. We're going to have to disconnect the front brakes and just be on back brakes, and then we've got to do a no assist braking. So that means basically we go down at 50 kilometers an hour, we turn the car off completely, so we've got no assistance. And then we have to pull the truck up as well, and we have to pull it up within certain distances. So yeah, see how we go.
Nothing.
So we've got GPS on the roof, we've got the brake pedal on there as well, we've got the V-box in there, so yeah, all ready to go. So throw down some runs fully heavy, and then we'll take all the stuff out, and then we'll do some light runs and check it all out anyway.
Photo of that, I think it did pretty well. Felt good. Force looked good. Yes, look at that.
So we've done all our testing, fully loaded, and it passed easily. Like, disconnect back brakes, disconnect rear brakes, pissed it in. So as we thought it would. So now we pull it all out, and then we basically test it unladen at tear, just to see, basically, and get the data for that, just to compare and go from there. So we'll go do that now. All right, so brake testing is all done, fully loaded, unloaded. All our failures, front brake failure, rear brake failure, ABS failure, all passed with flying colors on the 40s at 5.2 GVM with us in the car on top of that as well. So massive, massive news. It's gonna be awesome once it's completely done. So now we've got swerve testing to do. We've got to relocate some lights and stuff for our ADRs. But yeah, I reckon stay tuned and find out what goes on next.
Let go. You doubted I would make it, keep that energy. Try to do it how I do it, can't compare to me. Yeah, I'm on a different level, different pedigree. Remember how you chose them instead of me? Huh? Look at me now. God being had his hand on me. Try to fit me in a box like my name Ali.
All right, so last time we were on camera, we finished up the brake testing out at Willowbank. And since then, we have also done the swerve testing, which will drop in a little bit of footage there that I got. From there, we got back to the workshop. We've had to relocate a bunch of lights. As you can see, indicators, park lights, disconnecting the factory headlights up top. We've had to go put a bunch of reflectors through it, the correct heights, mud flaps, and we've relocated the tail lights as well down lower. So there's just, it all just misses out with heights and stuff. So we have to relocate that stuff and disconnect. So that's all just part of the engineering to have this truck fully engineered on NB2 post-rego. So that also means that this is for, at this stage, our NHVR states. So we can do this for Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, South Australia, and the ACT post-rego. We are going to look at turning this into an SSM. So from here we can submit it federally and then submit it as an SSM and do it that way. So then it will be second stage. So we've got to just have a little bit of look into that and see if we want to take it that far, pending interest and how much interest we get from everybody out there. This has been an absolute intense build. The sheer size of the truck and everything we've had to do to get this onto Australian roads. Obviously we know in the States they just can do whatever they want over there. But us with our European rules, it's a little bit different. We're going to talk you through the truck now and the build itself and what is actually included and what we've done to the truck. So pretty much this is a 2025 Chevy 2500 Silverado. Starting, we have the ADD Phantom bar, so fully color coded. We've also gone ahead and touched up the tow hooks or the recovery hooks with Jaden's blue for his Rewired electrical. We've got the 3 Baja LP6s on top of there, the LP6 Pros. Got the Carbon Scout Pro winch in there as well. And then obviously we've got the side indicators and the parkers in the bar just to make it look as best as it can and like factory touch so that it just looks right. Because sometimes when you relocate lights, it can just look shitty and then, you know, we don't want that. So we've gone ahead and done that. This does have the McGaughys full 9-inch kit in it. So upper control arms, full underneath. This is diff drop, everything in this. It has the compression struts on the front. It's got the traction bars in the rear. And then this has got the full bling kit on it. So it's got all the billet face plates. So billet face plates on the traction bars, compression struts, and the front cross member, and then the billet ball joint caps on the upper control arms. This one's a little different to the normal McGaughys kits. So this has got our custom 2.5-inch diameter remote resi shocks, 24-way adjustable, right? So that is just for us. So we've gone ahead and made those and custom tuned them to suit the truck so that this was fully tested at just over 5.5 ton with all the weight we had in it when we brake test, swerve test a lot. So this kit is fully complied at over 5.5 ton. However, we have reduced it and we're just keeping it at its 5148 that it comes out on. So with those shocks though, those 2.5s, it rides incredibly. Like the tune is just dialed. Like it rides so smoothly, it's incredible. Super proud of that. For the wheel tie combo, so Jaden actually brought us these. These are the ATI rims, so they're a 20x10 neg 20. And they are the fake beadlock style, machined with the Maxxis 40s, so the 40 13.5 20s in the Maxxis razors. In the muddy, so pretty good. They got a giant load rating, 128 Qs, light trucks, so plenty of load rating on them. They're not too bad, they're a bit bumpy. I'm not a giant fan of Mud Tyres, but in the case of this truck and what it looks like and everything, the Muddies suit it. Has the load ratings there, so it's perfectly fine to run it on the street. They're just a little bit bumpy and noisy, as all Muddies are. We've got the flares, the full Bushwacker flares on there as well, or Husky liners now. Got the LP4 ditch lights up there as well, super neat, all controlled through the Switch Pro. Rear of console mounting as we mount them on all of them. Got the amp research steps on there as well. A real truck. Front kickback mud flaps on there, rear kickback mud flaps on there, and then just some helper airbags in the rear. And all the way around the back here, we've got our massive Gen Y hitch. So this is the Torsion Boss hitch, which is a 10-inch drop. It's huge, but for a massive truck like this, you have to have it. Like having your 50mm ball still down here, incredible. Put your little box trailer on the back of this giant thing. Like the back of the tub is at the top of my head, and I'm 6 foot tall, so it's huge. The other thing, so as you can see, we've got the lights relocated down onto the rear bar. That's just to get all our heights that we need to have. And finishing it up, it does have the HSP roller shutter on there as well. So made in Australia, it's a really, really good roller shutter. We've had really good results with it. So if you are in the market for a massive Chevy build, whether you want to be any build really, we can go from leveling right up to 9-inch and 40s now, all in-house, all approved, post-rego, give us a call.